Hurricane season is now upon us. Strong winds, destructive surge, and tornadoes are all on the table. Trust the Delmarva WX TV Delmarva weather team to get you through the storm. Our experts will give you the weather coverage and information you need when you need it. Delmarva WX, Delmarva's Hurricane Authority.
The world's #1 selling farm tractor. Easy to operate and more powerful than your average tractor. Mahindra tractors. Push more, pull more, lift more. With more torque and lower engine maintenance, Mahindra tractors are rugged and tough. We know how much you love your land, so we want you to love your tractor. Get your next Mahindra tractor today. Southern States of Milford, improving farming and improving life. Rooted since 1948.
Significant compensation. Call.
You're watching TV Delmarva.
More news, more often. This is Newsnet. Here are the latest local headlines.
Good morning, Delmarva. Reporter Rob Petrie here with a Saturday live edition of your Delmarva News Update. Well, the town of Dewey Beach remains closed until further notice due to a recent oil spill that has swept across much of the Delaware coastline. DENREC continues to work to clean the oil from the coastal parts of the ocean. The cause of the spill remains unknown at this time, but samples of the oil have been sent to a lab for testing. Well, as we inch closer and closer to Election Day, November 3rd, why is it that one candidate can win the popular vote, but another wins the electoral vote and thus the presidency? As Newsnet's Abigail Taylor explains, that's how the framers of the Constitution set it up.
There are two ways to look at votes, but only one that counts. There's the popular vote and the electoral vote. The popular vote is the number of ballots as they were casted, while the electoral vote is something a bit more complicated. But it matters because this unique system for electing presidents could play a big part this year like it did in 2016, when President Trump became the fourth president in history to win the election after losing the popular vote. The Electoral College was written into our Constitution more than 200 years ago as a compromise between people who wanted the decision for president to rely solely on Congress and those who wanted the people to decide directly. This was a time of little national identity. The United States had just been established, so there was concern people would favor their own regional candidates and larger states would dominate the vote. So the goal of the Electoral College was to spread that power out as evenly as possible. To this day, each state is given a number of electors equal to its number of senators and representatives, which is based off population. You can see how the power is spread out here. This hybrid system makes it so that a single vote in a small state actually holds more weight than a vote in a large state. And that's how some elections lead to outcomes that are at odds with the popular vote. There are 538 members of the U.S. Electoral College. College. Each member represents the popular vote in their respective state and are trusted to relay that voice. So in 2016, while Hillary Clinton won the popular vote, those votes were racked up in lopsided states like New York and California, where the Electoral College was already leaning Democratic. Whereas in less populated Midwest states like Michigan and Wisconsin, Trump had the winning margin and therefore was voted in by the Electoral College and inaugurated as president. Reporting for Newsnet, I'm Abigail Taylor.
Well, this has been your Delmarva News Update. I'm Rob Petrie reporting. At this time, we go live to Jim Weller for Weller Does Delmarva.
This week on Weller Does Delmarva, Hunter Hastings, candidate for Sussex County Council, joins us for a chat. Bryan Below stops by to tell us all about a big upcoming event. Rob Arlett visits with a Trump campaign update. Mid-South Audio's Kevin Short has a talk about his new retail space and recording studio. Greg Fuller takes some time off the campaign trail to converse with us. We are live from the Weller Complex in Lincoln, Delaware. Here's your host, Jim Weller.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to Weller Does Delmarva, another edition. It seems like it was just a week ago that we were all together. So I want to thank you for watching on TV Delmarva. I've got some people watching on the Facebook, and we appreciate that. If you are watching on Facebook, would you please be kind enough to share it and maybe start a watch party? We're trying to make our audience just as big as we can. So anyway, good morning. In a moment or so, we're going to go live on the radio. And one of my first guests is going to be Justin Ward from Invisible Fence Brand of Delmarva. So I appreciate you tuning in. We're going to have some chances, hopefully, to get some phone calls and let you tell us where you're watching from and give you some free gifts. I don't know exactly what we're doing and when we're doing it, but at the moment, we are here live. We're at the Weller Complex, Catch It Live, TV Delmarva Studios. We're going to prep to go live on the radio, Delaware 105.9. Here we come. Live on the radio. Here we are. I'm close. I'm ready. 1, 2, 3, live. Here we go, everybody. So good morning, folks. We are live on the radio, TV, Facebook, everywhere. YouTube, and in person. So howdy, Jim Weller here. You are listening to and watching a show called Weller Does Delmarva, and we are everywhere. We are on many different platforms, and we thank you for watching and listening and so on. And I believe on the phone is my first guest. This is a sponsor segment, and it's Justin Ward. Are you there, Justin?
Morning, Jim. How you doing today?
Real good, and I appreciate you getting up so early to call in early with us. So how you doing, my friend?
We're doing good. We enjoy getting up early, so getting things started for today. And I just want to right off the bat mention that we're going to meet at the Ocean City Home Show today, the convention center. It was yesterday, today, and tomorrow. I physically won't be there, but my mom, dad, and brother will be there and answering your questions on pet containment and working with your dogs. And I believe they got some dog toys there that you can check out. So not only do we do Invisible Fence brand products, but we do carry Pet Safe or sports dog products as well. So like e-collars or toys that you can use in the house to use them for alternative trainings. A lot of times, one of the things I like to mention is when it comes to toys, a lot of people are eager to just to give the dog a toy and walk away, let them destroy it. And usually toys, from a dog's trainer's perspective, isn't that's not what we want you to do with it. You only want to give them to them in about 5 or 10 minutes, and then you want to pull it away. So that way you always create that eagerness for that toy, and you can use it as a distraction and stuff like that. So it's one of our training tools, one of our tools in our toolbox, as we call it, to be able to work with a dog and stuff like that. And that way you don't have a dog that's going and I had a picture last night get sent to me. A dog grabbed a hold of the Kleenex box and chewed all the Kleenexes in it. So you can imagine that mess that was all over the floor. So, but that's just one of our perks that we give out when we're training with dogs. And a lot of times when we're installing a fence a lot of people don't know that we're going to come back out actually at least 1 or 2 times to work with you, or we can even do a full package where we come out every day to work with you and your pets. And that's one of the things we'd like to do, and it's hands-on, and you're not worrying about just setting up a fence and having at it and making sure it's going to work for you. So even though we do give our clients a 30-day money-back guarantee and a 1 year's performance guarantee, like I said, we're pretty hands-on with everything, and it's not just coming out and installing some wire and going over training and letting you have at it. So we go through we got over 52 different settings that we're going through. We're going to be one-on-one with you, working with the dog going in and out, even if it's cats. We've done cats lately. So we've done a variety of things, and we've got over 20 years in the business. So we can definitely see different things that are going to occur throughout the yard. And as we always say, Jim, it's a free estimate to come out, check everything out, see what's going on, and making sure everybody's happy.
I agree. And you both get to know each other. In other words, you get to meet the pet, you get to meet the pet owners, understand their expectations, and it gives you an opportunity to explain what they can expect. We live in such an internet world where people seem to think they can get something and take it out of the box and it works right away. But what you're offering is service beyond the product. You want to spend time with the people, with the dog. What are your expectations? What's the lay of the land? And that's pretty invaluable. So an estimate is free. Like, you're going to literally go there and spend some time with the people. Is that correct?
Yep, actually, usually about 30 to 45 minutes of their time, just going over everything, and like I said, meeting the customer halfway at least on what they want and stuff like that. That's what we're after, an education on how to make it work best for everybody.
Okay. How would I reach you if I wanted to get a free evaluation estimate type scenario?
They can call or email 410-546-2436. They can text that number as well, or go to Invisible.
Sponsor of the show. So, Hunter, we're taking a picture. So anyway, Dry Zone is a sponsor of the show, and we very much appreciate them. They've actually been supporting my show for almost since the very first show, years ago, 7 years ago. Dry Zone is a great local company, Bill and Heather Anderson. In fact, Bill Anderson just celebrated a birthday, so happy birthday, Bill. But anyway, Bill and Heather, they own and operate Dry Zone. So this is a local company that does many different things. They do electrical work. That is something kind of cool. And everybody that I advertise for, I deal with. So I have done a lot of business and dealings with Dry Zone and been very happy every time. So they do electrical work. So if you have a receptacle that's not working, or you need some new receptacles, or you got a paddle fan you want put up, or some electrical work, they do electrical work, okay? Also, they do crawl space encapsulating. If your basement is leaking, or you have a sump pump or need a sump pump, they can help you with that. They also do concrete coating, okay? Now, so if you go to Weller's in Bridgeville and look at our floor in there, they came in, they took up the tiles, and they put down this really nice coating, in other words, and it looks great. It's very durable, easy to clean, and I really, really, really like it. And so they do that. So they do many different things. They also do poly-level. When people say, I've never seen poly-level, it's really amazing. Say you had a sidewalk, and a square of your sidewalk, we'll just say is 4 foot by 4 foot, and one corner is sticking up, and that means the opposite corner would be sticking down. Okay, they can come in, whether it's a piece of a sidewalk, or it could be the floor in your basement, it could be the floor in your garage, it could be part of the highway, and they can level that for you. It's amazing, and you can use it within 15 minutes of them leveling it up. So if you own a business and you got an area that water's always puddling in, and you want to talk about poly level, give them a call. So Dry Zone is on the web, dryzone.com. You can learn a lot about what they do. There's testimonials there. Also, if you're looking for a career change, they're always looking for new people on Team Dry Zone. So check them out at dryzone.com. Give them a call at 684-5034, 684-5034. Tell them I sent you. They're good people. And if you're looking for somebody to do what they do, I highly recommend them. I'm very satisfied, and you will be too. And any work they do, their warranties are transferable if you happen to sell your property. So anyway, that's where we're at with Dry Zone. Check them out. Now, here he is, hot off the campaign trail. Hunter Hastings running for county council. First time on Weller Does Delmarva. Hunter, how you doing there, young man?
I'm doing all right, Jim. How about you?
I'm doing good. Now, you are wanting to be on the county council. You want to make a difference. And so tell us, who are you? Where are you from? Where'd you go to school? And what's the scoop on you? Who are you?
So I am a lifelong Sussex County resident.
Okay.
I reside in Seaford, out right near the Woodland Ferry.
Okay.
With my wife, my 2 dogs. We just had puppies, and we also have a rabbit, lionhead bunny, and a Quaker parrot.
There you go.
So I was homeschooled, and I got my GED. Went to Del Tech. I'm Del Tech alumni. Graduated with my associates. Got my bachelor's in behavioral science from Wilmington University. Now taking a break from my master's program to run for this position. I am an addictions counselor. I just started as a full site director managing a clinic, both mental and substance abuse, and I'm also a private business consultant.
So you're kind of already in the people business.
Yes.
Okay, and so now you desire to, enter the arena of being a county councilman.
Yes, I do. My motivation for running is that I saw that there's a huge need in the community, and I say that my experience is that from helping homeless to dealing with addiction, I understand all the effects that it has on our economy, our development, and things of that nature.
So you're coming from a different angle. You appear that you might be coming from a different age bracket.
Mm-hmm. 26 years old.
Right. So I'm thinking that you would bring a whole new view, like just a whole new, like a new pair of glasses. In other words, just a new way to look at things. In other words, but you're from here, so you already have a feel for the local community.
Absolutely, and I would say that the top 3 goals I would want to accomplish when I win, and if I win, I'm going to say win because I have a victor mentality.
Okay,
is that I would want to address the broadband issue, get development, which means also developing jobs, and getting our roads fixed. Are the top 3 goals that I would want to focus on and attempt to get accomplished within the first 4 years.
Okay, so you want to hit the ground running.
Absolutely, I am prepared to start doing that. I've even met with some of the new council members just to kind of get a feel for them, because these are the individuals I'm going to be working with.
Right. So how would somebody either get a hold of you or learn more about you? Is there a Facebook page?
Yes, it's Hunter Hastings for Sussex.
Okay.
And also you can go to my website, which is electhastings.com.
Okay.
Or you can call and text me at 302-219-0318. I like
319-0318. Okay.
Yep. I like to be able to be reachable. I tell people all the time, call me, text me, I'll answer you.
Okay.
Or you can reach me by email, which is contact@electhastings.com.
Okay. Now, what district is it? I know it's District 1, but give us a little bit of an idea of where does that cover?
It's a huge district. We're covering the town of Bethel, Blades, the town of Laurel, and Seaford.
Really?
Yes.
That is a sizable area.
With parts of Georgetown, Millsboro, and Greenwood.
Really?
Yes, little pockets that I didn't know of until I had to look at the registration totals.
Wow. And so you'd like to, be on the county council. You believe you've got some experience in understanding people, listening to people, helping them, achieve their goals.
Absolutely.
And so is there anything else you want to say or any other points you want to make? Is there anything that you think you bring to the table that somebody else doesn't?
I think what I would say I bring to the table is that I bring a fresh new idea. As people keep telling me, it's young blood, but also with being a private business consultant and understanding how technology works, looking at more efficient ways to do things, and not only that, but making it so the county council's more in touch with their community, like just changing the times of the meeting. I mean, meetings are at 10 a.m. I'm usually working by then, so how can anybody who's has a normal working 9 to 5 schedule attend? So those are the types of things that I want to do.
I never actually thought of it that way.
Yeah.
Right. In other words, I never thought of it that way. So, okay. Well, again, it's Hunter Hastings. What is your phone number again?
302-219-0318. Call or text it, please. I'm looking forward to talking to you.
So if somebody's listening or watching and you say, I don't even know this dude, I want to get to know him, you're ready to talk.
Absolutely.
Right. And from being a counselor, I'm going to guess that you're good at listening to people.
Absolutely.
Assessing what they're saying.
Absolutely.
And hoping to deliver a message that, makes a difference.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that's my way of looking at it. So, all right. Well, I'm going to thank you. Is there anything else you want to add?
Just come out and vote November 3rd, regardless if you vote for me or not. We need everyone to vote and participate.
I do have a question.
Okay.
Can you vote by mail now for a county council candidate?
Yes, you can.
I just thought of that. Okay, so they can vote by mail if they want to.
Absolutely.
All right, and then are you going to be at the Return Day event?
Yeah, regardless
That's
if
Thursday, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to be there.
Right.
Actually, I will be there.
Okay, well, we're just checking.
Yep.
All right, well, then I'm going to leave you. Is that okay?
Yep.
All right,
good.
thanks for coming. Hunter Hastings.
Thank
there
you.
he goes, everybody. Look him up, give him a call, and get to know him. Pick his brain. Now, let's talk real quick about another sponsor of the show. Good friend of mine, of course, Jackie and Keith Ruark. Now, Keith Ruark is the one who runs Integrity Pest Solutions. I just happen to know Jackie and Keith because Jackie works for me. So anyway, Keith Ruark is my exterminator, and he owns and operates Integrity Pest Solutions. And where I got to know him is I was having some problems with one of my properties, and he came out, and I was like, this guy is more thorough than anybody I've ever met. He comes in and he says, Jim, your weather stripping over by this door needs attention. And he doesn't provide these services, but he pointed out things that would be letting, things in my buildings, like mice or snakes or things like that. Now, he doesn't deal with snakes, but he deals more with pests, okay? So anyway, I'm very, very happy with him. I use him for rental properties. I use him on this building here, which is called the Weller Complex. I use him at my home. I use him at my store, and I'm very, very happy with him. So if you're out there and you're listening and you all of a sudden you're noticing a few little mouse droppings in your house, that's because farmers are, cutting the crops in the field, and the mice are getting stirred up. And when it gets a little chillier out, the mice want to come into where it's warmer, which could be your home. So if you have trouble with mice or any type of pest, you give him a call. Now, estimates are free, and they're not like over the phone estimates. He's going to come to your house, look things over, spend a little bit of time with you, and say, hey, here's what you've got, here's what I see, here's what I have to offer, and here's what it's going to cost. He's licensed, he's insured, he's been doing this for over 15 years. I'm very happy with him. I think you will be too. So what is his name? Keith Ruark. The name of the company is Integrity Pest Solutions. His phone number is 302-858-8629. 858-8629. On the web, it's integritypestsolutions.com, and he's very, very active on Facebook as well. Now, today you will probably notice I'm trying to talk just a little teeny bit slower because people said I just blow through things just a little bit too fast. Now, my next guest is getting ready. Her name is Donyale Hall, and she's running for Lieutenant Governor of Delaware, and I'm very excited to be talking to her in just a couple minutes, so stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. That's the next person we're going to chit-chat with. But in the meantime, I'm going to do a commercial for Wilson's Auction. Wilson's Auction is on Route 113 in Lincoln. This is a sponsor segment. Oh, I got to get my picture taken again, but I'm not allowed to quit talking. But anyway, Wilson's Auction is on Route 113 in Lincoln, and they sponsor the show each and every week. And I say thank you to Dave Wilson and Team Wilson's Auction. And I was looking through their website. So you can go to Wilson's Auction's website and look at the auction that's coming up. So there's an auction that's coming up, and it is this morning at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock this morning. It's on Route 113 in Lincoln City, Delaware. They have one every Saturday morning. It goes all day, into the afternoon, into the evening. It's a really big auction. They have all kinds of things for sale. Thousands of things are going to be sold today. Multiple auctioneers, and it's going to happen starting at 10 o'clock. You could probably go there anytime and get in there and browse around and check things out. Then on Tuesday nights, they're having an auto auction, okay? Every Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. And I saw two dealer tags are going to be sold, and I can't remember the numbers of them, but they were really good numbers. So if you're a dealer and you want a really good number dealer tag, Tuesday night at 6 o'clock, Route 113 in Lincoln at Wilson's Auction. They're going to be selling 2 dealer tags to the highest bidder. If you have some stuff that you want to sell, Wednesday through Friday, you can literally take it to Wilson's Auction, drop it off, and pick up the money in cash on Monday or Tuesday or whenever you want to. So Wilson's Auction gets it done. Whether you're selling, whether you're buying, whatever you want to do, they can help you out. So how do you learn about them? Go to their website, wilsonsauction.com. Yes, Dave Wilson is on Facebook as well. So go to his Facebook page, Wilson's Auction, also, or you can call him on the telephone at 422-3454. Wilson's Auction is the place to go. And like if you're visiting Delaware and you've never been to an auction, man, this is something to do. It's like entertainment. I've been taking grandkids because I want to teach them about how to think, how to move, how to make decisions, how to buy, how to sell. An auction is a great place to do that, okay? And you can make a lot of friends too. And if you don't know what to do, just hold your hand up for a long period of time and you'll learn a lot then because it means you bought stuff. So it's a lot of fun. So if you're visiting, you want to go to a good auction, Wilson's Auction, Route 113, Lincoln City, Delaware, right there, and it starts today at 10 o'clock. Now, my next guest is here. She has come a ways to be on the show. I listened to her just a little bit on the Dan Gaffney show yesterday morning, and it's Donyale Hall. Is that right?
That is correct.
I was worried I would say it wrong.
That's okay.
Well, good morning and welcome to my show.
It's great to be here.
Thank you. And you're running for Lieutenant Governor.
Yes.
Okay. The first question I have is, I heard you have 10 children.
I have 10, yes.
Wow, congratulations.
I'm super excited. 6 of them have emancipated themselves from my wallet.
That was the word. I heard you talking about when they turn 18, they need to emancipate themselves.
That's right.
Wow.
They know there's an expectancy to spread their wings and fly, and I think that's critical when we raise
this guy
children
wants
now.
to take our picture too. I don't know if you know him or not,
Rob
but anyway.
Arlett. I
Rob
love
Arlett?
him. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I thought he was a door-to-door salesman there for a minute. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, you are a good mother, got a lot of kids,
Yes.
and I'm going to believe that gives you a lot of life experiences.
It really does.
It really does.
Yes, it does.
I only had 3 and got a lot of life experiences.
Remote learning is no fun. I can tell you
agree.
that much.
I agree with that, right. So anyway, what inspired you to wake up one day and say, you know what, I want to get involved in the political arena?
Well, politics has been on the horizon for me for decades. I just
Okay.
wanted to make sure that, I was in a good place to be able to do it. I had a father that was very involved in the community, and I was his road dog. So I sat
Really?
on the passenger seat of the pickup, and we rode through the community. He's always taught me to be...
Is he from here?
He was in the Air Force. He lost his life and battled to cancer and
really?
all kinds of things from exposure to
But
Agent
where
Orange.
was he in politics?
He had a political actions committee. He worked as one of the founders of the House of Pride in Delaware.
Really?
And just a very community activist.
So in Delaware, I guess
Yes,
that was the
in
main
Dover.
thing. Wow. So you know what it's like to go out and talk to people and meet
I
people
do.
and not make promises you can't keep and so on.
My children always say, "Mom, do you have to talk to everybody when we're in the Walmart?" And I said, "Yes, I do."
Wow. Because everybody matters.
Everybody does matter.
Right. We're in the people business, technically.
Yes.
At the end of the day. So what do you want to tell people about yourself? Or what do you want us to not forget?
Well, you hit on my fun fact that I have 10 children, so that's always something that's memorable. In addition to that, I'm a wife, I'm a business owner, and I'm also a veteran of the United States Air Force.
Wow. Well,
2 of my sons carry on, thank you for your support, 2 of my sons carry on the family tradition of Air Force. So we had a long life of service in my family.
Good job.
Yes.
Good job.
Yes.
So what's your business? What do you do?
I'm a general contractor, so I was eyeballing your trailers out there.
Really?
Always
Wow.
looking for new trailers, yes.
Wow. Okay. So in the Dover area?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
we do projects statewide, so.
Do you really?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you would travel as far away as Lincoln?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
Checking. Yeah. All right. So Lieutenant Governor, what does the Lieutenant Governor do?
Well, the Lieutenant Governor has 2 constitutional duties. One, preside over the Senate,
Okay.
and also chairs the Board of Pardons.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. So it's do more than just get elected.
That's right.
So do you intend to actually do stuff after elected?
I really do. Like you said, I have a lot of life experiences that have really positioned me to have a dire need to see education reform and job growth in this entire state, and to hold politicians accountable for their decision making.
Now, is there something you would really work on the minute you got started? Is there like something that you're saying, I got to help make this different? Is there something that's happening now that you would encourage us to do differently?
Well, I was listening to Hunter a little bit about some of the things that he would like to do. Education reform is something that's very pressing in the COVID environment. We have children that right now just cannot flourish in this environment. I'd really like to see the broadband piece taken care of immediately.
Wow. Are we taking a break from the radio? What time is it?
7:28.
Do they know I'm talking? All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We're taking a break from the radio. We're going to come back and do just a couple more minutes of this segment, okay? So anyway, we're taking a break from the radio. What's going to happen next? I think we're going to see Rob Petrie live in the newsroom. So this is what Rob Petrie live looks like. Everybody, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back on the radio in a couple minutes.
All righty. Thank you so much, Jim. Good morning, Delmarva. Reporter Rob Petrie here with a Saturday live edition of your Delmarva News Update. Well, a Dover area small business owner and entrepreneur was in court earlier this week after he was wrongfully arrested for violating the governor's stay-at-home order back in March. Sam Chick, a small business owner and chair of the Delaware Young Republicans, was fed up with the violence that seemed to plague the stretch of downtown Dover near his shop, Puffster. Back in March, he was threatened by someone and called police. When police showed up, they refused to arrest the suspect, which led Chick to question the officer's decision. It was at that point that the police reportedly used the governor's executive order to their advantage.
The corporal said, "You know what? I've had enough of this. If you don't go home right now, you're in violation of the governor's emergency order."
The charges were dropped in court on Tuesday, but not before prosecutors tried to stick him with whatever they could.
Over the last month here, the prosecutors have been contacting us. First I went to court in September, and they said, okay, we're going to send it to mediation, and it'll be dismissed there. And we said, okay. Then we got a call a few days later from the prosecutor. They said, all right, we'll give you 16 hours of community service and we'll dismiss this. I said, no, nothing. You're going to dismiss these charges because this is unconstitutional ridiculousness, or we'll take it to jury trial. And they said, okay, we'll see you at court. Got a call maybe 2 weeks later, and they said, all right, how about 10 hours? And they said, no, jury trial. So then we went to court. We had our court date today for case review, and we went in there, and the prosecutor tried one more time. He said, how about a $50 fine? And I said, no, let's go to jury trial. And I said, all right, we're going to dismiss the charges.
Chick says the stay-at-home order was unconstitutional and that he shouldn't have been arrested and charged in the first place. In Dover, Delaware, I'm Rob Petrie for NewsNet. Well, this has been your Delmarva News Update. I'm Rob Petrie. At this time, we return you live to Weller Does Delmarva.
Right. Okay, am I back? I'm back. Hey, everybody, Jim Weller here, and you are watching a show called Weller Does Delmarva, and you're either watching me on TV, YouTube, or Facebook. So I need you to hit the share button. If you look on your TV, there's probably not a share button, okay? Anyway, so I need you to hit the share button, start a watch party if you're on Facebook, and tell everybody what you're doing here this morning. You're watching a show called Weller Does Delmarva. Now, if you're watching right now and you say, I have never in my life heard of this show, where have you been? I've only done it 372 times, okay? So we've done this show each and every Saturday morning, and we've never missed a Saturday, okay? Some people don't even hold a job that long. So we do this as a hobby, and we have a lot of fun with it. So you're watching Weller Does Delmarva. In a minute or so, we're going to go back live on the radio, and we appreciate your support. Now, I want to say Weller's Utility Trailers will be open today at 8 o'clock as long as everybody that works for me shows up, or at least one of them with a key. As long as one of them that has a key shows up, We're going to open at 8 o'clock this morning. We have been busy. This year has been like no year my mind could ever imagine in many different ways. So I want to say thank you. If you're one of the 1,100 people that bought trailers, we have sold quite a few trailers so far this year, and we say thank you. We appreciate your support. We have many people from Delaware buy trailers. At least 50% of our people travel 100 miles or greater to deal with us, and we also appreciate that. But we're selling sheds and carports, gazebos and gazebos. We're selling Amish-made vinyl swing sets. We're selling all kinds of different things at Weller's Utility Trailers on Route 13 in Bridgeville. Now, we used to sell kayaks, and people said, are you getting back in the kayak business? No. I'm not getting back in the kayak business. I'm getting out of the kayak business. I'm going to sell out of generators, and I'm going to sell out of flags and flagpoles. So those things. We're just too busy with what we do. So we know what lane we need to be in, and we're going to focus on that lane. Now, if we could hire all the help we want, then that would be a whole different conversation. Then we would get into different things. But anybody in business knows the biggest hindrance we have anymore is finding the right employees. So at Weller's, we got about 14 of them over there, and they're doing a great job, and we appreciate each and every one of them. And if you need any of what we got, come on into where we're at, because we'll take real good care of you, or just give us a call on the phone if you would. It's Wellers.com on the web, not Wheelers. Everybody thinks Wheeler Dealer. It's Wellers, WELLERS.com on the World Wide Web. We used to use the local web, just the Bridgeville web. Now we're using the whole World Wide Web, so you can get us all over the place. So anyway, other than that, we open at 8. We offer financing. We take trade-ins, trailers. We desperately need trailers. I'm sure people have noticed I used to have about 800 trailers on the ground, and we are just barely holding on to have 200 trailers on the ground. Now, the good thing about that is that's probably twice as many as any of our competitors anyway. But I liked it. I slept a lot better when I had 800 trailers on the ground. So anyway, if you need a trailer, we got new, we got used, we got open and enclosed, aluminum, landscape, dump trailers, equipment trailers, all kinds of trailers. Just check us out, 337-8228, Wellers.com on the web. And when all else fails and you can't do anything else, toot your horn twice when you go by to let me know you heard this ad. And if you didn't hear this ad, toot your horn once when you go by. Twice. Toot your horn once when you go by if you didn't hear this ad. And now I've got a recording device. So if you are going by after hours, toot your horn 3 times, and we'll have a recording, and that way we'll know whether it was a foreign car, a truck, or whatever. Okay? So anyway, are we going back on the radio? I think we are. Jim Weller here. You are listening to a show called Weller Does Delmarva. You are watching a show called Weller Does Delmarva. I have to be quiet for 1 second. That's hard. Anyway, there we go. We're back on the radio. We were talking with Donyale Hall. Did I say it right?
You said it.
Man,
fantastically.
I was so worried about that. My ability to pronounce words correctly is horrible. But anyway, I can say cash and I can say free. But anyway, so running for lieutenant governor, you need everybody's support. This is a big deal. It is. And you are pledging to be an active lieutenant governor. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Can I depend on that?
Yes, sir. And if you can't, you call me up and say, I haven't seen you lately.
Well, I'm just saying there was a group of people here this morning that said, what does the lieutenant governor do? I said, you've asked the wrong question. What has the lieutenant governor done?
Amen.
Is really the question.
It really
In other words,
is.
not what are they supposed to do, but what has she done? So that's where we're at. So
talk a lot.
Well, talk a lot. Okay. Well, that is kind of cheap, and we need to get something more valuable than that.
You have to walk the walk.
Because this is a paid position, right?
It is.
Okay.
Somebody asked me what the lieutenant governor makes, and I couldn't tell them. I said, I'm not in it for the money.
Okay.
I'm in it for the people.
For the people. Because we really are in the people business, in other words. At the end of the day, our entire life is really just about the people business. So, anything else you want to tell us or say, or how would we reach you, get a hold of you, learn more about you? What do we do?
Well, my Facebook page is Donyale for Delaware.
Okay.
My website is DonyaleForDelaware.com.
Wow, it's amazing.
It really is. So easy. But
they go hand in hand.
The pronunciation is one thing, the spelling is another. So it's Donyale. 4 spelled out, and Delaware. That's right.
But it's Donyale, not Donyale.
That's right.
Okay.
It's like Danielle with an O.
Okay.
But
But it's
Spelling's
all
a little
there.
different. Yes,
now,
it is.
Are you out and about? Or you got any events coming up? Are you speaking anywhere? Or
We have quite a few events lined up this week. Julianne Murray and I are walking hand in hand. So
Really?
we're letting people know, even though those two offices are elected separately.
That's true.
Just the fact that we're going to be working together.
Okay.
You know, the Lieutenant Governor has a great deal of influence, and I've let her know, Madam Governor, we have a concern. You know,
Wow,
I'm going to
right.
be tugging and pulling at her so that we can get some things done.
Right. Just real quick, how do you feel about the masks?
The masks, you know, they have a very practical purpose if you're a person that's out in public, just
Okay.
to, you know, protect people.
Interacting with lots of people.
Right. We have vulnerable populations, and certainly you don't want to, you know, encourage the spread over that. But I think it should be an individual choice.
Okay. So at some point, you think people should be allowed to make some decisions on their own?
I do.
Okay. Starting with voting.
That's right.
Starting with voting.
That's
okay.
right.
Anything else I didn't ask or should have said, or I want to give you your money's worth here.
Just get out and vote. It's
Okay.
important. This is a tipping point year, and if you want change, you got to exercise your rights. So I'm encouraging everybody to get out and do what they can to help change the landscape of Delaware.
Okay. Well, it was nice meeting you.
a
I
pleasure
wish you
meeting
well, and I will see you when I see you. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank
All right,
you.
Take care. There she goes. All right, we got more people lined up, and I'm going to move through a couple sponsor segments while we do all of our social media cleaning supplies and getting everything ready. So, Jerry's Lawn Care. I want to talk about them real quick. Jerry Santoro. People say, man, I never heard a guy talk so much about somebody that does landscaping. Well, Jerry also has a great deal on firewood. So this is a sponsor segment. And if you're looking for some firewood, whether it's to heat your house or you got one of those brick ovens or, you know what I mean, what is it, wood-fired pizza ovens or whatever kind of a thing you have, whatever you need firewood for, Jerry Santoro has got tons of it. Hardwood, seasoned, ready to go. You can pick it up from his place in Greenwood, or he can deliver it to you. So if you need some firewood, Jerry Santoro is the guy. Let's say you have an irrigation system for your yard and it's time to get it winterized. He can help you with that. He does paver work. Something else he does a lot of is what was I getting ready to say? All right, that's fine. So anyway, something else he does a lot of, he does landscaping, he does pavers, he does lot clearing. If you got a lot that you need cleared, he can help you with that. If you have a tree that needs trimming up or needs cutting down, he can help you with that. If you happen to, we're getting our picture taken. Is he in the picture too? Yep. Okay, well, he isn't in it. No. Oh, okay, just the two of us. All right, here we go. I'm just checking. All right. So anyway, if you need some landscaping done, she knows what she's doing. I don't. But anyway, what I'm saying is if you need some landscaping done, he can help you with that. He does paver work. He will do irrigation systems or winterize them. But tree work, a lot of trees. People have had limbs fall. Trees are leaning. If you need them dealt with, I'm getting ready to have some tree work done by Jerry myself. So anyway, he can help you with that. He also has a bucket truck. If you have a need for a bucket truck, he rents his bucket truck to you. So anyway, it's Jerry Santoro, Jerry's Lawn Care. He even sells mulch too. He's got it all going on. And if you're not sure if the project you want done that Jerry can do it, just give him a call. It's 302-363-6025. 363-6025. 363-6025. Jerry Santoro, Jerry's Lawn Care, jlc-llc.com on the web. Check him out. Give him a call. He'll help you out. Estimates are free. He's licensed. He's insured. He'll do a good job. So are we having two people? It's fine if we got two. Yep. Okay, so who's talking? One or two?
I'll talk.
That's fine. All right. Well, we're going to start talking to you. Is this Eric?
Yes, I'm Eric.
Eric, how you doing, buddy?
Good, Jim. Yourself?
Good. You know this Bryan Below guy?
Yes, we're good
Where's
friends.
he at today?
He's actually working on his truck.
Is he really?
Yeah, he had some problems
All right.
with it this week, and he's got to take the time and get that fixed.
Get it
and
right.
Take
I
care
agree.
Of his family.
Well, good. Well, you guys are always involved in something to help somebody else and help support things.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today?
This is our Veterans Run. It's the annual Veterans Run we do as close to the Saturday before or after Veterans Day.
Okay. This is a motorcycle ride.
Yep, it's a
Raise
motorcycle
money.
ride. It's not just for motorcycles, though. It's a family-friendly event.
Oh,
it ends up
okay.
at the Milford VFW.
Okay.
6483. There's a playground there. There's
There is.
separate play area area for the kids. There's inside.
There'll be food.
There'll be food. There'll be drink specials.
Wow.
Yep.
So what day is this going to be on?
Saturday, November 7th.
November 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it starts with a ride.
Yes.
Is there room for more people to get in this ride?
Yes. There's plenty of room for people to get into the ride.
Okay. And they pay something to get in the ride?
Yep. $15 a person, $25 a couple.
Okay. And then that money is going to get donated?
Yes, that money gets donated. We have several different places we put it. Operation We Care, Home of the Brave, Frets for Vets. That's just a couple of the places that we do.
These are all good organizations.
Yes.
I appreciate you guys doing this. So anyway, and then it ends at the VFW in Milford.
That's correct.
All right, and then it's and you said it's a family event. Mm-hmm. So if you got kids or grandkids, you're looking for something exciting to do.
Exactly.
Come out. Is there going to be food for sale?
Yep.
Okay, so you could buy some food or play some games and just hang out. There's probably going to be plenty of motorcycles to look at.
Plenty of motorcycles to look at.
All right, and just hang out. So if they were going just to the VFW that day, what time does it start?
So we start the entry at the Stingers in Smyrna at 11 o'clock.
So we're going to ride down from there.
Yep, we go from there to the one in Woodside and then to the VFW. We kick stands up at 1 o'clock in Smyrna, so that puts us at the VFW around 2:30ish.
Okay.
The band starts at, I believe, 3 o'clock.
Oh, so there's music.
Music, DJ.
Okay.
There'll be music the whole day.
Really?
Yep. There'll be people at the VFW after 1 o'clock.
Okay.
So if you want to come out early, see how we set up and do things to get ready for everything,
check it out.
More than welcome.
Now, if somebody goes to the VFW, say somebody wants to take their family and just go hang out for the day, does it cost to go to it?
No. It's free to get
entrance fee.
No entrance
fee. Free parking?
Free parking.
Free sunshine?
Free sunshine, free rain,
free fresh air?
Fall, whatever.
Whatever it is,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, whatever the weather.
But if they want to buy food, they would buy food. What did he say? Bonfire? Roast marshmallows?
Yep. Bring your own marshmallows.
So it's just a good time.
Good time. That's
Bring
what
your
it's
own
all about. That's
marshmallows.
why it's family friendly. We try to make sure that everybody has a good time.
But the underlying goal is to raise some money.
Raise money for veterans.
To then redonate.
That's correct.
Right. Well, that's very good. So you're riding in it?
Yes.
About how many people might be in this ride?
We've had as many as 25 bikes, which puts us around 40 people on bikes, and then we always have people that show up with their cars and their family at the event.
Do you have people that just kind of like hop in while it's going down the road?
They're more than welcome to.
They're more than welcome to.
That's right. We ride together. As long as you're helping support the veterans, we don't care who you are or what you ride.
And how long has this organization been around?
Our organization's been around 21 years. We're a nationwide organization. We do this all over the country.
Do you really?
Yes.
And you do numerous things throughout the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have 3 events that we actually put on during
Is that what
the year.
it is? Okay.
This year, because of the coronavirus, we've only been able to do this event. We've been waiting for enough opening at the VFW because we're limited on space, how many people they can have.
Yeah.
So this ride is typically small for us.
Okay.
But we get some donations from companies that help us out and allows us. Operation We Care is a big deal for us.
Right.
We actually go down and help package the packages to go out to the soldiers, and it's a great time. They're a good organization. We try to raise as much money for them as we can every year.
And where is Operation We Care? Is it like in Salisbury or something?
It's the Maryland that area, Salisbury, Maryland area.
Because I had somebody I thought that was from Salisbury or something.
We've done packings in Mardella Springs, a couple other places down there I'm not familiar with, but
But they were doing a ride one time for a young man who had cancer. He was a policeman, and but he ended up passing away. But I mean, they did something to raise some money for him too.
Yeah. He does first responders and veterans.
Okay, that's right. Okay,
he raises money for both of them.
But
like
they're all good organizations, and everybody needs a hand every now and then.
Yep. Hey, more we can help those guys that helped us.
Yeah, no doubt. So again, how would we steer somebody? Somebody's watching, somebody's listening, they're saying, I can't make it, but I might want to make a donation. Is there going to be any silent auction or auction items?
Not at this point.
That's fine.
But you can stop by the Stingers and drop off a donation check. You can either make it out to them at Smyrna or the Woodside location.
Okay.
Just in the memo, put SBMC event, and they'll know to hold it for us, and or a cash donation, they'll just make it to the manager.
Where's Stingers at Woodside? Is it right there at the light?
Yes.
I know right where you mean, on the right, if you're
right
going
at that
northbound.
intersection.
Okay, all right. So you can make a donation there, sign up to ride in the ride, come out, was it November 7th?
November 7th.
At the Milford VFW, and just hang out or stop by and say hi and enjoy some good
information is on Facebook, Second Brigade.
Second Brigade Delaware. On the Facebook.
On the Facebook.
All right. How'd we do?
We did awesome.
Were you nervous?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No,
well,
I've seen your
thanks
show.
for coming. Have you really?
Yes.
All right. I'll see you guys. Take care.
Yep.
All right. There they go. So look it up. Check it out. And it is November 7th. Make a point of being there. All right. Now we got more people we're going to talk to. We are sitting here inside the Weller Complex Catch It Live studio. I did mention Weller's Utility Trailers is open, and they've let me know they're open. So if you want to go there, they will take good care of you. The phones are on. It's 337-8228. Yep, I am ready. No problem at all. Want to take just a minute and talk about another good sponsor of the show. This is my chiropractor, Dr. T, Dr. Truya, and Dr. Bud, both good guys of chiropractic. So if you need any type of chiropractic care, it is called Peninsula Chiropractic Service. They are on Route 13 just outside of Seaford, and they'll get the kinks out, whether it is your wrist, your back, your arm, your whatever. If you need chiropractic care, if you're not even sure if you need it, they can help you out. It's like a wellness center. So anyway, it's conveniently located right on the highway. Phone number is 302-629-4344, 629-4344, PeninsulaChiroCenter.com, PeninsulaChiroCenter.com on the web. And yes, they are on Facebook too, so check them out there. So anyway, if you need any help with anything chiropractic care, you let them know. Now, my next guest, known him a long time, his name is Rob Arlett. And Rob, how in the world are you?
It's an honor to be in Jim Weller's home.
Oh my gosh,
this is
here
the
we go.
place of all places.
This is the hub of where it all happens.
It's good
you
to see
came
you,
all
buddy.
the way to Lincoln.
I did. I did. It is an honor to be here.
Well, thank you. I'm glad
Thank
you're
you.
here. Now, you are the official what? What is the
I am
exact
the official husband of my wife.
Okay.
The official father
married
of
up in that
I did,
case. Yeah,
and official father of two sons, as you know.
Now, and you have one son in the Naval Academy?
I do. He's a senior now at the Naval Academy.
That means he's been there 2 or 3 years?
He's been there. This is his 4th year.
Really?
So he'll graduate
I
next
remember when you
next
took
May.
him over.
I know. Can you believe it? Time
Wow.
is crazy. Time is flying. And but life is good, Jim.
Right. Now, where's your other son?
He's in Washington. He's in D.C.
That's right. I forgot about him. Right.
Yep.
He was in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Came back up. He was state director for our president's campaign here in Delaware back in 2016, and then ended up getting a political appointment in Washington. Worked for Commerce for about a year, and then came back to Delaware and became my Senate campaign manager, U.S. Senate campaign manager back in 2018. And of course, after that, then he went back to Washington, and he continues to do great things.
You have produced working offspring.
Well, it's we all, as parents, as you get it, we do our part. In the end, they have to make good choices.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
In the end, they have to make good choices. But I have a feeling you asked the question based on the jacket I'm wearing.
Right.
So yes, we are the president's state chairman again this cycle for 2020, as I was back in 2016, and we're just 10 days away, Jim.
I know.
It's a big election. A lot going on, and I am actually, as a Delawarean, I am actually thrilled that Joe Biden is the nominee.
Okay.
I have always been saying that. I've always wanted him to be the nominee because of this moment now. Okay. And I say that because I've always believed if he was to be the nominee, that all eyes would be on Joe Biden and all eyes would be on Delaware, and it was about time that we would expose all the corruption and the collusion and the cover-ups of the deep dark secrets of Delaware.
Yeah.
And so I have to tell you, here we are. So I'm actually thrilled that we're doing this because it's time that Delawareans, the people of Delaware, have a voice. And as you know, we have not. not in many ways for decades. So I'm thrilled that we are at this point to be able to fully expose the corruption and collusion. And I have to tell you, that's really where my time has been this cycle. Back in 2016, when he was not the nominee, I should say before he was the president, we had 3 offices. We were all grassroots, all volunteers, worked really hard. This cycle as the incumbent, of course, now we are working through the party apparatus and the party offices. So my role is a little bit different. What we've been doing is working real hard and under the radar and behind the scenes on bringing to surface what people are now seeing. So I will tell you, I get calls very often from Delawareans who have things that they would like to share, that they would like to make people be aware of that most people are not. And so my process, my job this cycle...
But these are all not good things for Mr. Biden.
They are not. And I won't get into great detail, but I would say most recently in the last, several days, specifically the debate, right, on Thursday, it came to fruition that this laptop is real. It is not a Russian thing.
Right.
No, Hunter is the guy who brought it to the laptop shop. There's proof of that. There is now proof that the FBI has had possession of this since last November. And of course, there's 26,000 emails, whereas recipients of those emails now have come forward, at least 2 have come forward. And yes, I am a recipient of these emails, and I'm here to tell the world that these are true and accurate.
Right.
And I'll add one more piece, which this is the first time that anybody even knows this, because I got a call late last night, and I won't divulge the person, I won't divulge anything other than that there was a person who still lives here in Delaware who had worked in the financial institution here in Delaware for many, many years. And at the time, we're talking 2015, 2016, her responsibility was involving the wire transfers.
Really?
And I'll just tell you here in America that now we have an actual eyewitness who actually witnessed the wire transfers from Burisma to companies that were held and owned that we now know of that were a part of Hunter Biden. So we now have somebody who's been on the inside, looked at these.
From Delaware,
still lives in Delaware. And I say this because this is not something to take lightly.
Oh, no.
And at the time, it was not known that the Bidens or Biden family was involved in these LLCs, because we know Delaware, right? LLCs, the ownership of those LLCs is hidden. It's private. Well, now that we know what the names are and who's affiliated, just yesterday, this person connected these dots and realized what was going on. And again, this was happening in 2015 and 2016 while Joe Biden was a sitting vice president of the United States.
And this really helps explain why there's been such a push for the mail-in because now,
no question,
every day that goes by, the world is unraveling for Joe Biden and his family.
It is.
I mean, by the minute, this is not made up. This is something you can't blame on Trump.
No.
This is something Trump had nothing to do with.
No, not at all.
This is their stuff coming to light.
It is. And I think that's what we want.
Right.
We just want the truth.
Right.
We just want transparency. Right, Jim? I mean, in the end, that's what we desire of our elected officials. That's really what we demand of our elected officials. And I brought this shirt today for you because as a fellow, honorary troop commander, you and I both were inaugural guys for that, if you recall. And we support those in blue. We support our law enforcement. And in the end, we want our law enforcement to go after these people who have conducted and broken the law.
Right, for years.
And I don't care who they are, to include Joe Biden and his criminal family.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
I mean, it is real. It's happening. It's not made up. We can't blame this on anybody else, and they're going to have to own it here one of these days.
They're going to have to explain to the American people. And I think, I'm asking for all Americans who might be seeing this and all Delawareans, do not vote just by ticket. Do not vote just by party line. You have to pay attention. You have to dig deep and not listen to the mainstream media. Listen to perhaps like a Rob Petrie, whom is a good friend and a great man, and I love him. I'm plugging you, Rob, and I know you're listening to this. But look, this election cycle is just too important.
Right.
And we have got to make sure that we're voting for the right reasons, not just because somebody's a part of a party.
Right.
This is way bigger than that. This is truly, I believe, the existence of our true country. I have to tell you, I really believe it is that very important, what's going to happen here come November 3rd.
But now we also need our, Attorney General and so on to step up.
Well, that's the whole point, right? So law enforcement is the one piece, then it gets shifted over to the Attorney General's office, and in the end, it's the Attorney General's office, and we know what that means here in Delaware.
Right.
Not much of anything.
Well, she won't have any choice now.
But the issue is that she's handed it right back over to the FBI. And so again, but there is a role that the Attorney General has. And I think we all have to hold the process accountable. That's why she's elected. That's why she is elected. That's why any Attorney General is elected, is to uphold the law.
Right.
These guys we love and we support 100%. They do their job. In the end, it's all about the Attorney General's office to pursue what they bring forward,
right?
As we all know. Yeah. And so we're calling on the Attorney General, we're calling on Kathy Jennings to not be a person of her own party, to be a person of policy.
She wouldn't have any choice in this, though. It's too
obvious. I think
there's no maybes here.
Well, I would agree with you, but who's going to hold her accountable, Jim?
Well, the people do.
Do they?
Well, they're going to have to.
Will they?
Right. I mean, in other words,
in the
otherwise
end,
we're going to be part of the mob if we don't hold her.
That's why your listeners, your watchers, people who are going to be seeing this have got to wake up. They've got to wake up and come to a realization this is so much more than what the mainstream media is saying. I have to just tell you that. And so, yes, Kathy Jennings, the Attorney General of Delaware, we're calling on you to step up and do your responsibility to Delaware.
Well, doesn't she swear an oath?
Yes, but so do others. So did Joe Biden.
True.
So did Joe Biden.
But just because maybe he forgot it or misunderstood it, or maybe, whatever his medical condition has affected his memory, she's cognizant. Is that the word? Whatever that word is.
I would say so. Yeah, that works for me. Yeah,
she needs to. Now, I need to tell everybody, we're going to take a break in a minute from the radio. So I'm going to have Rob continue on for just a little bit and maybe another 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. So in other words, I'm going to take a break from the radio. We're going to continue to be live on TV and Facebook and so on. So anyway, folks, when we stop on the radio, you can switch right over to TV Delmarva or Weller Does Delmarva on Facebook. You won't miss anything. But when we come back, we're going to just chit-chat with Rob. I was going to say Rob Petrie. But anyway, Rob Arlett.
A lot of Robs.
A lot of Robs in the building. So anyway, and then after that, we're going to talk with Mark Johnson about Mid-South Audio and their new store and all the great things that are happening. So please, I don't want to lose anybody. I don't want to lose any momentum. But we're going to talk about Kathleen Jennings and how she is going to take care of us, and we can depend on her. And it's her job. And we're gonna let her, really shine during this time. So anyway, we'll be right back in a couple minutes on the radio, and I think Rob Petrie is going to do some live news here in just a second. Ready, set, go.
Thank you so much, Jim. Good morning, Delmarva. Reporter Rob Petrie here with a Saturday live edition of your Delmarva News Update. Kids are now part of the global hunt for a COVID-19 vaccine, joining tens of thousands of adults already undergoing trials. Newsnet's Abigail Taylor tells us about this first-of-its-kind study in the U.S.'s fight against coronavirus.
6 months into starting clinical trials on adults in the search for
You're watching TV Delmarva.
Vaccine in U.S. kids as young as 12. And right away, a 16-year-old at Cincinnati Children's Hospital became the first teen to get the shot. Volunteers won't know if they've been given a placebo or the real deal, or whether it's safe for their age group, of course. But researchers behind Pfizer's adolescent testing say that within the first week of putting out calls for volunteers, parents of 90 children came looking for more information on how their child could join. Soon, researchers plan to start enrolling 12 to 15-year-olds. Children's high-powered immune systems react differently than adults to vaccines, so the younger the trials go, the more unknowing there is. But researchers say testing on every age group is necessary because while older adults are most vulnerable when it comes to COVID, according to experts, ending the pandemic requires vaccinating as many people as possible as soon as possible, including children. More companies are expected to extend their trials to pediatric research later this year. Reporting for Newsnet, I'm Abigail Taylor.
Well, here at home, the town of Dewey Beach remains closed until further notice due to a recent oil spill that has swept across the Delaware coastline. DENREC continues to work to clean the oil from the coastal parts of the ocean. The cause of this spill remains unknown at this time, but samples of the oil have been sent to a lab for testing. Over to Maryland, over $100,000 in grants is coming to the Eastern Shore. Congressman Andy Harris announcing on Friday the award of $102,000 in federal grants to 3 recipients on Maryland's Eastern Shore. The funding will be used to purchase a new police vehicle for the Federalsburg Police Department, along with furniture and computers for a local daycare. Well, this has been your Delmarva News Update. I'm Rob Petrie reporting. At this time, we're going to take it back to Jim Weller for Weller Does Delmarva.
Okay, everybody, Jim Weller here, and you are watching me on Facebook and TV Delmarva, and we're going to go back live on the radio in a moment or so. We're not live on the radio yet, but we will be going back there. So I want to take a phone call real quick. Anybody out there watching on TV, Facebook, or YouTube, I need you to call me right now. What are we going to give them? What are we going to do with these $100 bills? We're going to keep them, and we're going to give you 2 gift cards to Vanderwins, okay? 422-7336. We need a phone call from somebody that's watching on TV or Facebook or YouTube, okay? 2 Vanderwins gift cards for free. Call me right now. This is a very short segment of phone calls. 422-7336. Dial it in that order. And I'm going to give you 2 gift cards to Vanderwins. Call me right now if you want them. If not, I'm going to keep them and use them myself, all right? 2 gift cards to Vanderwins, 422-7336 if you're watching on TV, YouTube, or Facebook. Is that a phone call already? Hey, are you there?
Yes, I'm watching you on TV.
TV, and who is this?
Jane Hastings.
Jane, Jane?
Yes.
All right. And what town are you from?
Seaford.
And have you ever had ice cream before?
Yes.
Vanderwins?
Yes, I've had Vanderwins once.
All right. Well, we're going to put 2 gift cards aside for you at Weller's in Bridgeville. Can you pick them up there?
Yes, I can.
Tuesday through Saturday, okay?
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Jane. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. That's how it is, folks. I got time to give 2 more away. Call me right now, 422-7336, 422-7336. If you want to enjoy ice cream, you don't even have to be called Jane. That was Jane. You can have a different name. We're giving away 2 gift cards to Vanderwins, and we'll go from there. And then we're going to come back. We're going to chat with Rob Arlett, and then we're going to talk to Mark Johnson. After that, I got Greg Fuller stopping in the 8:30 to 9 o'clock hour, and we're just having a good time here. So lots of election talk, lots of things happening. So Rob, and we'll just chit chat for a minute. And I wanted to know also.
There's another call.
Another phone call. All right, caller, are you there?
Yes.
And are you watching on TV or radio or how?
Watching on Facebook.
Facebook. And what is your name?
My name is Jake Moss.
Jake Moss. Jake, how are you doing?
I am doing good, sir. How are you?
Good. Young Life, right?
That's me.
That's you? All right. Well, I'm going to set 2 gift cards aside for you at Weller's. Is that okay?
That sounds awesome.
All right. See you, Jake.
Hey, thanks, Jimmy.
Bye-bye. Bye. All right. I hear the music. I think I'm supposed to pause for a second. I'm done pausing. Now we're coming back live on the radio. Jim Weller here. We're chatting with Rob Petrie about the presidential election, about life, about ice cream, about everything. So anyway, Yeah, you're right. Rob Arlett.
Lots of Robs in the building.
Turn my Rob Petrie note over, okay? Golly day.
That's not a bad thing. We love Rob Petrie, so it's all good.
I need to just take one more phone call.
Take it.
All right, and that's it. After that. Caller, are you there?
Hey, Jim, how are you this morning?
Good. Emery, how you seeing the show?
I'm watching it on Facebook.
All right. Well, I'm going to set 2 gift cards aside, okay?
Okay.
I'll see ya.
Okay, Jim.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, Emery got 2.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
So anyway, the ice cream cards, they're pretty big.
I get it. I understand why. We all love their ice cream.
Right, we do. So, what do you want people to know? I only got a couple minutes or so left.
You see the clock.
What do you really want to drive home? In other words, a lot of stuff's coming out. We're all going to hear more and more in the next few days.
We are.
If somebody has already voted and they want to change their mind, is it too late?
I'm going to say so.
Wow.
I'm not the elections guy,
but most likely.
I'm thinking you can't go back and change the vote in the machine, right? Once you've done it. I think once you've mailed it, you've mailed it. Right. So I think that in the end, I think it's critical that all Republicans, that all independents here in Delaware, right? We as Republicans and perhaps even independents feel like our voices have not been heard, and there's really some apathy. I think this is not the time to have apathy, but to understand the importance and relevance of your vote.
Right.
It's important that everybody who has the ability to legally vote, go vote. Right. It's critical. It is just critical.
Like no other election.
There is not. Because in the end, Jim, look, I'm not a big party guy. I mean, as you know, my journey here has not been always the party's favorite.
Right.
I think you understand that. My heart has always been, the people and then principles.
Right.
And I think in the end, that's what this election is all about. So, if the Democrats take control of the U.S. Senate, if the Democrats take control of the House of Representatives, if Joe Biden wins, and they have all 3 entities in their power, I'm telling you, America as we know it will no longer be America. Right. Because at that point in time, they will have 2 more, we will have 2 more states. DC will become a state. Puerto Rico will become a state. Now, why is that important? Because each of those 2 states would acquire and receive 2 U.S. Senate seats.
Right.
They are both Democratic strongholds, and therefore the Democrats would have a stronghold of the U.S. Senate. And think about that for probably a generation. And so we, at this point in time, cannot afford for them to have a majority in all 3 of those entities. So for me, it's really important that we Delawareans get out and vote. Anybody who's seeing and hearing this, it's important that you get out and vote. Your vote matters.
Like your life depends on
and
it.
It really does. Yeah. And so we have got to continue to support our law and order, our friends in the blue. And I will also share with you that I had the honor yesterday afternoon presenting a letter of appreciation and gratitude from the President of the United States. I spoke for the Delaware Fraternal Order of Police. Okay. And as we both know, they came out and supported and endorsed our president. And so I had the opportunity to go and be a speaker at their convention down in Ocean City yesterday and presented a letter signed by the President of the United States and gave it to them in person. So that was pretty special. I think you'll probably see some press on that today, I think, and some national news. But I will tell you that today we'll be up in Dover. Okay. We want equal justice.
Oh, that's right. That's at noon, right?
It's at 12 noon, and it's at the Delaware State Police Headquarters on the sidewalk, not on their property. Right. And this is nothing against them. We support our men in blue, but it's all about equal justice. So we support our blue, but at the same time, we want equal justice to include the Biden crime family. That's where we are at here today as a nation. And so that we'll be there for up in Dover from 12 to 2. And then I can tell you on Sunday, November 1st, we have a massive Trump campaign caravan, statewide campaign caravan starting in Georgetown. We're going to be starting there at the Marvel Museum. 11:30 is what time you need to be there. And then we will leave at 12 noon, go north. We're going to go up north at 113 and then Route 1. We're going to head through Kent County, go up to Wilmington. Right now, we've got about 230, 240 cars currently. We're going to keep growing. I think it's going to be perhaps one of the largest, if not at least a political campaign caravan in our state's history. So Trump supporters, get out there on November 1st to be part of that campaign caravan.
And really get out there and vote.
You got it.
Okay, I'm going to give you 1.
Okay.
2. I'll give you 3 of these. How many people you got there? I'll give you 4.
Oh, well, thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Jim,
Thank
God
you,
bless
sir.
you.
God bless you.
I think I'll be back next Saturday, I
I
believe.
hope so. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Appreciate
we need to
you,
get
sir.
together more.
Likewise.
Okay.
Yeah, God bless.
All right. See you.
Thank you.
Okay. Rob Arlett. Rob Arlett. All right. Not Rob Petrie. Rob Arlett. Both good guys, though. All right. Next is Mark Johnson's going to be making his way in as soon as we get all of our hygienical things, whatever the word is, get everything clean. Hey, in the meantime, let me talk about my accountant, George Luff, Luff & Associates. He's a sponsor of the show. If you need an accountant to help you with personal stuff, business stuff, maybe you're settling an estate, I'll tell you another thing that Luff & Associates do that's pretty darn good is they help with payroll. They have a system called Easy Payroll. And I'm just letting you know, if you own a business and you need some help with your payroll, whether you deal with them for your accounting or not, they can help you through the payroll process. One thing that is so time consuming is doing payroll. And if you own a business, you want to run your business and you want life to let you do what you do for a living and somebody else take care of your payroll. So Luff & Associates will help you with payroll if you need help with payroll, and they will help you with accounting work. They're in Milford, they're in Dover, they're in Rehoboth. Good team. George Luff, I've dealt with him for 25, 30 years. His son Tyler is also involved, and Team Luff. It's a whole group of people. I'm very happy with them, and you will be too. What's their phone number? 302-422-9699. 422-9699. Now, I'm very excited to have this young man join me here this morning. It is Mark Johnson, and he is working with Mid-South Audio. He's actually, I would say, running the store or heading up the store. I don't know the exact words, but anyway, I just want to tell you that I'm just glad you're here. So, Mark, how are you doing today?
No, I'm doing wonderful. Good to see you here at the Weller complex. I hear the security measures to go through here. Oh my goodness,
Unbelievable.
all guards out front and everything else. It's
you gotta take some leaves with you when you go though.
Is that
we got some free parting gifts.
Oh, I brought some. I brought 2 trash bags full of leaves and dumped them.
Now
I thought I misread the memo. I'm sorry.
So we want everybody to take some leaves with them.
I'm excited to be here representing Kevin Short and Debbie Short for Mid-South Audio. Kevin, we're thinking of you. He's been a little bit under the weather, so we're excited that I think you're feeling a little better. But as you mentioned, Mid-South Audio, definitely the area and probably the East Coast and maybe further than that, actually, down to Nashville and different places. One of the premier sound, audio, video companies, live production, and studios that there was, now has expanded into, Kevin has built an unbelievable complex in Milton, Delaware, and it has a state-of-the-art studio. It has the live production set up there, and now it has a retail store. And it's more than a retail store. We don't sell guitars, we don't sell drums, we don't sell things like that. It's mixing boards, it's microphones. These microphones, I had a gentleman come in and buy 4 or 5 of them yesterday for a broadcasting project that he was doing.
But just like the microphones, did I see like 10 different models there?
We have about 25 to 30, maybe more than that, 35 models. We have 15 on a display that is a test display. You can actually come up, which is something, they're all hooked up. It's something that I really, having bought a couple pieces of musical equipment over the years, enjoy is you get to go up and test the mic and hear the difference of what each microphone does. Same thing with headphones. We actually have a complete rack of headphones that you can put on and test. And the difference is, like the little earbuds that we all have. And you have the upgraded ones, you have the professional ones, which because
I am a professional
he's
okay?
Definitely, he has a card and he'll show you that when he goes out.
I have the professional earbuds. I got to be a professional.
Is that what it is? We'll expect you to sing too. That's what they're for.
That's next week.
But everybody's used to the little earbuds and stuff. And when you put the enclosed, either open back or closed back headphones on, you forget the difference. You actually hear bass. You actually hear the full music, and that's what true engineers use. So we have those from $19 all the way on up. So definitely, and you can come out and hear the difference and decide, is that what I want to buy or do I want this next one?
Because there's a whole bunch of them all.
There's probably 15 or 20 of those hooked up. You just put them on, try them. We clean them. We follow all the social distancing. We follow the sanitation, all that stuff. We carry in stock wireless microphones, wireless ear facets like you have. We carry the microphones, as we mentioned, the headphones. We carry mixing boards, speakers. There's just a complete wall of speakers that you can test everything out. And we are a hands-on test facility. You come out, you want to hear something. You're not just buying from a box and wondering what you're going to get. You get to hear it, test it, touch it, feel it, talk to someone who knows something about it. Audio, video has gone crazy right now, and
Yes.
trying to get video components and cameras and so forth, very difficult right now because of Corona, COVID-19 has really changed the world
The
as far as our
supply chain is
podcasting.
really-
And it has a supply
Because
chain, but
everybody's buying 'em.
But it's demand and it's supply and demand. It's also the factories can't produce them and ship them.
Correct.
So there's sort of a catch-22 there. But though we have those in stock, and we are definitely the area's premier integration installation company for churches, schools, businesses, and for business owners, we offer the opportunity to come out, look at your business, or you can come in the store and look things around, look things over. But we can make really good suggestions of how to start a system, a video system, an audio system, a PA system, something you may need for intercom through your factory or whatever. Also for, like poultry plants and things like that, monitors that are water resistant and waterproof that will allow you to communicate to employees. So all the things that, we're not just a music store, and that's the main thing that we really want to get out there to folks. We have cables, we have microphone cables, guitar cables, the ends to do your own do-it-yourself, the ends to solder on. We sell the soldering irons.
But you can also make a cable as long or as short as somebody wants.
Absolutely. Custom work there is the guys there can really make you anything that you need. We also carry, like I said, tons of microphones, tons of video equipment, switchers, controllers,
speakers and amps.
Speakers,
What's that little
amplifiers.
thing with the knobs called? Soundboards.
Oh, that little thing with the knobs. Actually, most of them don't have knobs anymore. How about
They got
that?
sliders
they're a lot of them are iPad driven now too. So you have those options.
And then lighting.
Definitely have lighting from everything from television studio quality lighting down to a small little tripod for a DJ or a band. We even sell DJ booths. We even sell DJ equipment, the turntables.
And you rent a lot of stuff too.
We do. We also rent audio and video equipment, as well as provide technicians if you need them in packages. So there's almost limitless opportunities if you need audio visual. But what Kevin has done is really take the entire need that there was for a music store and turned it into more of an interactive process where you can come in as a customer, even if you don't know what you need, and talk with someone.
Know what you want to accomplish.
Exactly. And one of the things, Jim, that I was having been in the music business, sort of, as a hack for these years that I've done it, but at least by
talented.
Yeah, that's
singing and playing.
I've paid a couple people to say that, but I don't have enough money to pay me. I was saying, there you go, good. Well, then it worked. That's marketing. But there are online places that you can purchase pretty much anything, as you can get everything on the internet. We know that there is a delivery supply problem right now, so that's iffy. We know there is definitely, if anyone's received anything via any of these type of shipping companies, there's some damage problems now. I don't know how many boxes that I've seen, that were crushed and so forth. Well, what Kevin has done is he has priced everything competitively with those companies. If you look at a product on our store and you go on to some big market online and look at it, you're going to find that we're the same.
Right, and I agree. And you know something else? Now when you order something online, if you live in another state, you're going to pay sales tax.
Yes.
Now, if you come to Kevin, it's like a superstore for electronics, but there's no sales tax.
No sales tax in Delaware. So you come there, and we can also walk you through the product. You can look at it, and I don't know how many times people walk in Maybe everybody's a whole lot smarter than I am, and I'm sure they are. But there's been a lot of times I've walked in to buy something, whether it's a car, whether it's a piece of electronics, a television, or whatever. And what I thought I wanted when I went in the store, if I could get someone to help me, if it was a big box store, I might not. But I may have picked something else because I like the picture on something or I like the sound on something. Well, when you buy online, you lose all of that.
And everything
completely.
always looks bigger online till you get it in your hand.
Oh, it does. And with today's technology, you get a wonderful box. You open something up. Maybe you've just purchased a new mixing board, and the technology's there, and you open it up, and boy, you really know a lot about mixing boards. And all of a sudden, you open it up, and you find out you don't really know anything about mixing boards because the world has changed as far as technology. Well, at Mid-South Audio in Milton, we can go ahead and walk you through that startup process. We even do some training sessions and things like that. So we're really, really excited about what Kevin and Debbie have done with the store. We have tons of inventory. Jim, I know you're a guy that probably doesn't believe in much inventory. No, I was looking at all the trailers that you
But when I went down there, I was just blown away at the amount of inventory, the product you can buy, the pricing. In other words, myself, I buy a lot from Kevin, but I can attest that he is just as competitive as the internet. But what he offers is everything you can't buy on the internet, which is any level of service.
Absolutely. And relationship.
And
we live here. All of the folks that work there, our kids play softball and we shop in the local stores and we do those things. We sure do. So we encourage everyone to do the same. Again, Kevin has a phenomenal studio. So if you want to record anything, that's there. The live side's there. The rentals are there. The video, and we sell video screens. We sell projectors. We sell video walls, cameras, switchers. We can walk you through all those processes for podcasting. We really have a great line of Shure products. Shure's a name brand that actually plug into your iPhone, iPad,
like the little
microphones, little tripods that hold them up with so that you can actually, if you've ever set your iPad out to record and you plug the microphone in, you're looking at the back side of the camera. You're not using your good camera because you're trying to look at your viewer. Well, with the little tripod, you can turn your camera around the proper way. It has a microphone that goes on it, a cord that goes to it. There are also desktop microphones that you can hook to it, just like these, that will give you the opportunity to use your iPhone or iPad. We have those in stock. They're very, very reasonably priced. And like I said, wireless products, anything you could need, we have pretty much so with audio, video, or we can get it for you, or at least try to steer you in the right direction. So it's Mid-South Audio, Milton, Delaware. It's 227 Milton Ellendale Highway, which is Route 16 to an old country boy like me. It's almost next to the post office in Milton, if you're familiar with that. It's a wonderful complex. There's a sort of a fenced gate they'll see there. We have signs out front with our open. We are open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 2. That's Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 2. We offer gift cards, and we would just love to see you come in. Even if you're not ready to buy something, come in, take a look. I think you will be extremely impressed.
Are you working today?
I'm working today.
I want somebody to stop in and just say hi and take a selfie with Mark. Because you'd love to have your picture taken.
But no video, no pictures. Deny. That's my.
Take a picture of the store and tag me in it.
There you go.
All right. Anything else going on? I'm gonna give you some gift cards and I'm gonna let you go.
Oh, you got it. Thanks, Jim.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's
fair enough.
Thank you, Jim.
You did a good job.
Good to see you. Oh, I'm good. I've been practicing, so
I can see that.
I'm good. It's not my first rodeo. Speaking of rodeos, I went to the rodeo last night and
How
won
was
tonight.
that?
Oh man, it was fun. Wow, how cool is that? So those guys, what they do to their bodies. I didn't ride those.
Let's talk to them today and see how they're feeling.
So we'll see you.
All right. Thanks, Mark.
Hey, thank you. Take care. We're allowed to do that. You and I are. We know
Saturday
each other.
mornings.
All right. I'll see you.
Okay. See you. Take care. All right, Mid-South Audio, I'm telling you, it's a great organization. I've dealt with them for years, 856-6993. Tell them I sent you. Go meet Mark Johnson. Check the store out, okay? All right, what in the world is next? I think I'm going to talk real quick about paving. People say paving. Well, if you got a driveway that's never been paved and it's all muddy and you're just fed up with it and your vehicle's always getting dirty and you're tracking mud in the house, and you say, you know what? I want to make plans. I want to budget for it. I want to get that blacktopped. Josh McNeil, this is a sponsor segment. Josh McNeil Josh McNeil. Pronounce his name right, everybody. Josh McNeil. McNeil's Paving is a third-generation company, been in business and serving our community for a long time. And if you need paving work, he can help you out. So if you need a brand new driveway or a parking lot or whatever you may need, commercial or residential, Delaware, Maryland, parts of Virginia, and Kent and Sussex County. So you got Kent and Sussex County, parts of Maryland, parts of Virginia. Estimates are free. He's licensed. He's insured. This time of year, something people get done is called blacktop sealing. It's where they come in. If you've got cracks in your blacktop, they can fill those cracks up, and then they seal it, and it looks just like new, and it really looks great. This is a good time of year to get that done, or anytime. So estimates are free. He's licensed. He's insured. It's a good, honest, family-run business. His name is Josh McNeil, and it's McNeil's Paving, okay? If you have some blacktop that needs a repair, he can help you in any way you need help. So give him a call. Tell him Jim Weller sent you. His name is Josh McNeil at 302-945-7131, 945-7131. Now, you've heard me talk week after week about Ocean Medical Imaging. Now, this is another good sponsor of the show. So anyway, I did want to say happy birthday to somebody. It's been brought to my attention. Somebody I know is turning 70 years old today. So Emery West, I don't know how old you are, and I didn't realize it was your birthday when you called in, or I would have gave you 2 gift cards to Vanderwin's. Oh, I already did that. So Emery, happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday to Emery West, okay? So anyway, and Emery's not turning 70. I'm just letting you know, okay? That was last year. Now, I don't even know how old Emery is. I'm just messing with you, Emery, okay? So anyway, Ocean Medical Imaging. I've been talking about them week after week. The other day, I was at some gas pumps, and somebody said, you know what? That place you talk about, that Ocean Medical Imaging, I went there. They did a great job. When I called, I got an appointment quickly. They got me in. It was clean. It was neat. It was very organized. And I was very happy. And I was like, wow, that was just kind of cool how somebody just brought that up to me. When they thought of me, they thought of Ocean Medical Imaging. So what I'm saying is, if you need some imaging done, I like this place, okay? Then let's say you have a high deductible and you got to meet that deductible before your insurance company pays for anything. They are less expensive than pretty much anywhere I know of, okay? So anyway, I'm just letting you know they're very affordable. They're very family oriented. When you call, you'll get an appointment quickly. So whether you need things like an X-ray or an EKG or an ultrasound, we all need an ultrasound now and then, a mammogram, not everybody needs those. But anyway, a CT scan, an MRI, anyway, they can help you out. So it's called Ocean Medical Imaging in Milton, Delaware. Give them a call. Tell them I sent you. Dr. Jonathan Patterson and his wife own it, operate it. Nice place to do business, okay? They accept most insurances, and you also can self-pay there if you want to. 684-5151. Let me say it again. It's 302-684-5151. oceanmedicalimaging.net on the web. And like them on Facebook, they're very active there also. All right, you're listening and watching a show called Weller Does Delmarva. So I'm going to presume you've been with me since 7 o'clock, but some people don't, somebody might have just chimed in. This is a weekly live show. So as you're watching this, you say, who is this guy? My name's Jim Weller. I was the lowest bidder for this job. In fact, I'm actually paying to have this job. So that's a fact, all right? So I'm spending money to be able to do this show. So thank you for watching. We've done this show now like 372 times. We're rather pleased with that. Sounds like we're going on our 8th year of doing it. So thank you to all of our advertisers, supporters. There's a lot of people that work behind the scenes. And we've got some more guests coming up. And we got a lot more commercials to do. We might give away some gift cards, gift certificates, or tickets to the Clayton Theater. I'm not positive yet. But we're taking a break. We're going to the radio. So stay tuned. I'll be back in a couple minutes. All right. I think Rob Petrie is going to give us some news updates. Here we go.
Thank you, Jim. Good morning, Delmarva. Reporter Rob Petrie here with a Saturday live edition of your Delmarva News Update. Flight reservations for this Thanksgiving are down as much as 89% compared to past years, as many people this year are rearranging their holiday traditions due to, you guessed it, the coronavirus. But as Newsnet's Abigail Taylor tells us, there are ways to safely celebrate.
With the holiday season at our doorstep, you're probably already making plans for how to celebrate. Go to the in-laws, host a gathering, but what about coronavirus? The CDC is still urging folks to keep their distance, but understand it's not one size fits all. For one thing, take into consideration where you live or plan to travel to and what the case levels of COVID are in that area. Some regions are just simply more risky. If you're curious about where the hot spots are, go to your local health department's website. Beyond that, it's about gathering as safely as possible. Keep groups small, limit gatherings to close family and friends, basically picking your core group to see this holiday season and canceling extended gatherings where possible. And keep in mind who is at risk. Consider finding different ways to include loved ones who are sick or at higher risk if they get sick, like dropping off a homemade meal, including them virtually, or sending a gift. It's not ideal and certainly might not look the same as years past, but the safer we can all celebrate, the better chance we have at making sure our traditions and family members can be there next year. Reporting for Newsnet, I'm Abigail Taylor.
Well, this has been your Delmarva News Update. I'm Rob Petrie reporting. At this time, we're going to take it back to Jim Weller for more of Weller Does Delmarva.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here, and we are live. I don't know where we're live at, but we're live in Lincoln, Delaware. Lincoln City to be exact. Anyway, so this is at the Weller Complex Catch It Live TV Delmarva studio, and this is a weekly show called Weller Does Delmarva. We're in the final half hour. We're going to have some more, sponsors. We might give away some more gift cards. I'm not sure. And we're going to talk to a local friend of mine, a local candidate, Greg Fuller. He's very informative. We're going to have him on in a few minutes. Are we back on the radio yet? No. We are on TV Delmarva. So I need a phone call real quick. 422-7336. 2 gift cards to Vanderwins, but you've got to pick them up at Weller's in Bridgeville. And people say, why is that? Let me tell you why. Why would I give away anything and have you come in my store? Is there any reason why? It's a ploy. I'm trying to get you in my store. Okay? It's like I'm paying you to come into my store, folks. That's what it is, all right? Otherwise, I'd just be giving away gift cards. Anyway, call me right now, 422-7336, 422-7336. You only got a minute or two. I'll give you 2 gift cards to Vanderwins. You got to pick them up at Weller's in Bridgeville. I have been asked to deliver them. I have been asked to mail them to people. I have actually had people ask me if I would meet them at Vanderwins. I'd meet you somewhere else if you were buying my lunch, but I'm not. But anyway, but it's a ploy. That's why we do these free gifts, to get you to come into Weller's in Bridgeville and meet the staff and check the place out and see what you think of it. Okay? So anyway, 422-7336. If there's anybody watching on TV, YouTube, or Facebook, I'd like you to call me right now, and you can have 2 gift cards to Vanderwins, or if you'd rather, you can mail me a $5 bill. It can go either way. Because now with the mail-in ballots, they're encouraging people to mail cash. So the most valuable thing you have to do is vote, and so you can now vote by mail. I think you've always been able to vote by mail. I think just this year it's become more popular with the COVID and things like that. The high prices of gas, and you don't want to wear your tires out and go vote in person and so on and so forth. So I don't know what the reasoning is, but anyway, you can vote by mail. You can mail me cash by mail. And you can pick up your gift cards at Weller's in Bridgeville. No takers on 2 cards to Vanderwins. 422-7336. You got about 37 seconds left. 422-7336. If there's anybody out there, anybody that would like 2 gift cards to Vanderwins, think about it. If you work somewhere and you're going to give your boss a gift for Christmas, nothing says I appreciate you like 2 gift cards to Vanderwins. Okay? And if you don't really appreciate your boss, you could just give them 1 gift card to Vanderwins. But anyway, I want to say thanks a lot for watching the show. They tell me the store is busy this morning. So Weller's is open. We opened at 8. We're going to be open till 2. There are some Saturdays we sell. Is that the phone? Lincoln Pizza, hello?
Yes. How are you?
Good. You got to turn your volume down on your whatever you're listening.
I'm watching. All right, hold on a minute.
All right.
How's that?
That's much better. How's it for you?
Okay.
Who am I talking to?
Edward Thompson.
Edward, how you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
Would you be up? Go ahead.
I'm here watching you talk that nobody wants to call and talk to you.
Oh, it's terrible. If I had more hair, they'd call. And where are you watching, TV or Facebook?
TV.
TV. All right. And you want a couple gift cards to Vanderwins while we're at it?
Sure.
All right. And I'll set them.
I like their ice cream.
Well, good. Well, we'll set them aside.
All righty.
And have you listened to the show before, or is this your first time?
I've listened to it a few times, and when I'm awake, I work nights, and when sometimes I get up early enough Saturday to see you.
Okay, well, good.
Sometimes it's usually towards the end of the program.
Well, if you want us to do a wake-up call earlier, we'd be glad to do that.
Sure.
No, I'm just kidding you. Well, Edward, have a good weekend, okay?
Okay, you too.
See ya.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There's Edward. He's getting 2 gift cards to Vanderwins. It's that simple. Now we're going to move on with the show. So no more phone calls. All right. Greg Fuller is going to get his thoughts together, and we're going to have him on in a minute or so. But beforehand, I want to talk about the Clayton Theater. Okay. So people say, well, it's a sponsor segment. So this is a sponsor segment. The Clayton Theater is located in Dagsboro, Delaware. Dagsboro, Delaware. It's actually DD, downtown Dagsboro, okay? Not in the outskirts. The Clayton Theater is downtown Main Street, Dagsboro. It has been there about 70 years. It is a nice place to go to the movies. It's relaxing. The seats are nice and comfy. There's a balcony if you want to sit up in the balcony. They have really good popcorn, and the butter is free. Free napkins with all purchases, and it's a great family-friendly environment. So if you haven't been to the movies in a while, who has? They actually have some first-run movies they're playing. So go to ilovetheclayton.com, ilovetheclayton.com, and see what's playing. They have matinees. They have movies in the evening. And also, what else did I want to say? I wanted to say that you can also like them on Facebook. They're very active there, too. So check it out. If you haven't been to the movies in a while, take the kids, take the grandkids, see what's playing, and go check out the Clayton Theater and tell them I said hi and tell them I sent you, if you would. So anyway, other than that, I'm going to talk to Greg Fuller real quick here, and we're going to talk about his candidacy because the clock is ticking. People have already probably voted for Greg, and I love his TV commercials, well, radio commercials. I don't know if there's any TV commercials or not, but I love his radio commercials. He's got one, his wife's got one, but there's a common theme that runs through the commercial. Integrity, man of honor, saying what you're going to do and doing what you said you're going to do. I like that kind of stuff. So, good morning, Greg. How are you doing there, young man?
I'm doing good, Jimmy. How are you?
Good. I like what you've done. Like what you've done with your hair this morning.
Yeah.
You left it home. So, anyway.
We both did that a long time ago.
A long time ago, right.
A long time ago, Jimmy.
I love those ads, though. I don't even know whose idea they were. Because one of them ends with something to do with pop-up at the end.
Yeah, that one was mine, and I love it too.
They're good.
I think the Lord dropped that in my spirit. Something about just letting my grand say that at the end. The confidence that your children have in you, just like the confidence we have in our Heavenly Father.
Right.
So, but my wife's, I have to give her complete credit. I told her to just write what was on her heart because you need to tell people what it is that you feel about me.
Right.
And whatever you write is going to be acceptable, I told her.
Wow.
So,
well, she's your queen.
Yes, she is. Queen of my dreams.
Yeah. But I think it's so cool because, in the political world, it's all about bashing your opponent or telling everybody what somebody's done wrong. And here your wife comes along and just talks about what an honorable husband you are, what an honorable man, and I've known you that. That's what I know you for. In other words, sir. One of the things that really impressed me about you, I might have never even told you this story, but I remember you came to church with me one Sunday morning. And what I noticed was you sat with myself and your wife and my wife. We all sat together is what I'm saying. And you knew your Bible. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You grabbed your Bible, and when they said turn to such and such, you knew exactly where you were going.
Yes, sir.
In other words, and I admired that. In other words, a lot of people own a Bible. I own a Bible. But I'm not as, you were good. You knew right where you were going with it. I was like, this guy doesn't just carry his Bible, he uses his Bible.
No, not only carries it, he uses it
and lives.
I live it.
Yeah,
that's
agree.
what I try my best to do, Jimmy. And I remember that Sunday because, and I'll never forget the message because Pastor Bob was preaching on using the compass, as far as how the compass is used to navigate around, land and things of that nature. And the Bible is our compass to navigate life.
It is.
I'll never forget that. That was a powerful message that that Pastor Bob preached.
Yeah,
I've never forgotten.
I enjoyed spending that time with you. But I've known you for years, and I think you've done a great job, and you're a hard-working veteran.
Yes, sir.
Just a good all-around guy, father, grandparent.
Yes, sir.
Husband. So you want to be a what is it called? The representative, 36th district?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I want to be a servant. A lot of times, the title may be a representative, but I always view things as a servant leader, because my end sample and my example is my Lord and Savior.
Mm-hmm.
So that's who I use, and he always put people's needs first.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how contrary we as human beings could be towards him, he still had a heart to serve.
Right.
The most powerful example of that is how he stayed on the cross.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have to do it.
Correct.
But he did.
Right.
And that's powerful. And that's how I try to live my life. And if I got a few minutes, I'll tell you a story.
Yeah.
During this campaign, it'll take about 2 minutes maybe.
Okay.
During this campaign, we, of course, were hanging literature.
Okay.
And we were in the outskirts of the Milton area. And apparently, I think my wife and one of my church family members, they were doing an area. And the next morning, I get a call, and this lady was irate. Really? Wonderful lady. She was irate. She was going off on me, and I was trying to ask her to forgive me, and then she hung up. Then she called back. I answered again. Then she hang up after she fussed me out for a little bit. And then she called a third time. And I said, ma'am, I'm really sorry if we offended you in any way. And she hung up and said, I'll never vote for you, or dog catcher or something like that. And hung up again. So then my soul, your soul is comprised of your mind, intellect, and your emotions. My emotions almost got out of control because I wanted to call back.
Right.
And I reached for the phone, but the Holy Spirit said, don't do that. And the Holy Spirit said to me, you need to ask her to forgive you, and if she can't take it this way, you need to write her a letter.
Right.
All right? So what I did is I sat down, I went through the list, I asked my wife, did she remember a door, went through the voter list, found it, and I wrote her a letter. And I'm working out again that morning, and she calls again, Jimmy, and I'm like, uh-oh. First thing you think.
She might have got the letter?
Yeah, maybe, or maybe she's just mad still.
Okay.
So she calls, and I didn't answer. I didn't catch the call or whatever. And she left a message. And I didn't check till a couple of days later. When I saw the message, she left a message saying, Mr. Fuller, I got your beautiful letter. And she said, you know what? We'll be voting for you.
Wow.
In November. And I say that just to say that we, as believers, we have to always keep him, Jesus Christ, as if we can just set the proper example and ensample of him, then, no matter how negative the situations are. We talked about this last time, Jimmy, about the world. What the world needs now is love. It's an old song, but it's prophetic. Yeah. Because right now, what the world needs is love. And love, who is God?
Right.
God is love.
Right.
And they that dwelleth in him, dwelleth in him. Mm-hmm. Amen.
Amen to that.
So,
well, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you. I have really appreciated your friendship and your witness. In other words, some people just talk it, but you're walking it. So how would people learn about you? Because I'm technically out of time. But how do people learn about Greg Fuller?
They can go to my website, Jimmy, at www.gregfullersenior.com.
Okay.
And you go to the website, and it'll tell you stories about me. It'll tell you how I ended up here and been here the last going on 31 years of my life, and been married to my lovely wife 25 years, and just love it. I love everything about being here.
Well, good.
I really do, Jim.
Well, I wish you well. I'm excited for you. We need to pick a morning to have you on just to chit chat.
Oh, we can do that.
You know what I mean? In other words, no real agenda other than just two friends and two brothers in Christ just chit-chatting.
Amen.
Do that.
You let me know.
I will, but I'm going to do it when we got a little more time.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Jimmy.
Okay. And who you got with you? You got your wife? Is there somebody else out there?
No, my grand's not here this weekend.
Okay, I was just checking. All right. I'll see you.
All right,
I'm gonna
take
give you two
care,
gift cards
Jimmy.
to Vanderwin's just for the heck of it.
Okay.
It's a ploy.
It's a ploy to get you to Vanderwin's.
That one's to get you into Vanderwin's. How's that?
All right, take care, Jimmy.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Greg Fuller, everybody, look him up, check him out. Good man there. All right, let's brag on L&W Insurance Agency. That is a sponsor of the show. Who owns L&W? It's a friend of mine named Bill Strickland, and there's about 40 or 50 people that work there. And if you need to talk to somebody about insurance, whether you got insurance for your car, your boat, your motorhome, your jet ski, whether you need insurance, whether you want a second opinion, whether you're fed up with insurance, you had a claim and nobody helped you out just right, listen, you talk to L&W. They are professionals in the insurance industry, and you give them a call and they will talk to you. They will look at what you have. They will give you their second opinion. Second opinions are free. They would naturally like to earn your business. But what I like about them is when I have a problem or I have a claim, they get very involved. They help me. They don't just say, oh, Jim, here's an 800 number and good luck. Nope. And when it comes time to renew my insurances, they give me 2 or 3 options because they represent more than one company. So it's a good local company. Been in business how long? 80-some years. 80-some years L&W has been around since 1932. So anyway, check them out on the web. It's lwinsurance.com. Like them on Facebook if you would. Give them a call on the telephone, which is 856-7828, 856-7828. So whatever type of insurance you want to talk about, they would love to talk to you, whether it's personal, residential, even just renter's insurance. Any type of insurance, L&W can handle your needs, and I find them to be really, really, really good at what they do, not only selling me insurance, but when I have a problem or a claim, also then, and when I just need input, I really like talking to them. When I call them, they talk to me. I like that. Very rare nowadays. Now, we talked about Vanderwin's ice cream, and people say, I like Vanderwin's. So I want you to get ready. Get your telephone ready. I'm going to do one more advertisement segment, another sponsor, and then we're going to give away as many Vanderwin's. I'm going to give you a choice. So when you call, you can either have 2 gift cards to Vanderwin's or 2 tickets to the Clayton Theater. It'll be your choice, but we're going to be real fast about it, okay? You got to pick them up at Weller's in Bridgeville Tuesday through Saturday, which means we're closed on Sunday and Monday, all right? So we're going to do that in just a couple minutes. Write that number down, 422-7336. Don't call yet, but as soon as I say I'm ready, I need to get about 10 phone calls in about 5 minutes, all right? But we're going to talk about Bay to the Beach Builders for just a minute. You've heard me talk about them week after week after week. These are a new home builder. So this is a sponsor segment, folks. If you are in the market to build a new home on your lot, or you need some help finding a lot. Now they don't build developments. They build your home and your home for you. Okay. So they build new homes. Now they have an idea center. They have one in Greenwood, okay? It's kind of a design studio and an idea home, but they have built a brand new one in Ocean View, 10,000 square feet. And I mentioned it a couple weeks ago, and I said to some people, hey, just take some time. So I had a couple call me up and said, Jim, we're not in the market for a new home, but we went down there and we looked around, and now we're in the market for a new home. It was kind of funny. So they went there just to see the design center, and now they're thinking about they might want to buy a new home. So listen to me. Bay to the Beach Builders is very friendly. It's owned by Derek and Carla Parker, and it's just a local couple. They just went to high school together and got married and had a family and started a business. They've done a good job. They've been in business quite a while now, and they have about 30-some employees. They have built over 600 homes, and a lot of their workmanship is done by the Amish, and I'm very happy. And you've heard me say it. I'm building a new home for one of my daughters, and it's actually it's on, if not ahead of schedule. Okay. And that's amongst COVID and shortages of things and everything else. But it's a brand new home. and I'm very happy and I'm very excited. Actually, it's going to be done any day. We weren't even expecting it to be done this soon. So anyway, if you're thinking about a new home, whether it's now or a year or two from now, is no time like now to start the conversation. If you're looking for a piece of land, they don't sell land, but they are connected with many realtors and mortgage companies, so they can help you through the process. Bay to the Beach Builders, one phone number. Ready? It's 302-349-5099. 349-5099. Please tell them that you heard about their business from me, if you would. But they're located in Greenwood and Ocean View, locally owned and operated, honest, fair. They'll do what they say they're going to do. A lot of Amish craftsmanship in the homes, the cabinets, the masonry, the framing, the siding. They do use the Amish a lot because they like their workmanship, and so do I. So I'm very happy. Couldn't be more happy. I haven't had any glitches in this new house, and I'm very excited, and it's on schedule, and the price was right. So 349-5099, baytothebeachbuilders.com, and like them on Facebook. Now we're going to talk about ice cream. Vanderwin's Ice Cream, the phone lines. Can you guys go ahead and open the phone lines, if you would, please? Operators are standing by. Today's operator is a short, bald-headed guy named Jim, G-Y-M. So we're going to take some phone calls, and you can tell me, do you want 2 gift cards to Vanderwin's, or do you want 2 gift cards to the Clayton Theater? All right, it's going to be your choice. You got to pick them up at Weller's in Bridgeville. Caller, are you there?
I'm here.
And who am I talking to?
Diana.
Diana, how's Diana?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Good. And what would you like 2 tickets to?
I would like the ice cream, please, to Vanderwin's.
All right. Have you ever been there?
I have. I
Okay.
take my grandkids.
And do they like it?
They love it.
Get them to order chocolate. It makes more of a mess, okay?
Okay.
And are you watching on TV, radio, Facebook, how?
Radio.
And have you ever heard the show before?
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Diana, there'll be 2 gift cards waiting for you at Weller's in Bridgeville, okay?
Thank you very much.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, folks, that's how simple it is. We're going to take the next few minutes and give away as many gift cards as we can. You've got 2 choices, the Clayton Theater or 2 gift cards to the Vanderwin ice cream. Everybody really likes ice cream. It kind of fits the whole family. You know what I mean? No matter what size clothes you wear, ice cream fits. I encourage small children to get chocolate. That way you can tell what they've been doing that day, eating and wearing ice cream. Caller, are you there?
Yeah, right here.
Who am I talking to?
Lou from Bridgeville.
Lou, and how's Lou doing?
Going okay. You?
Good. Are you in the mood for movies or ice cream?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. And you've been to Vanderwin's before?
Oh, yeah. They're about 4 or 5 miles from our house, so it's close by.
Short walk? You just walk it?
Well, a long walk, but a short drive.
I got you. And how are you hearing or seeing the show?
I'm watching you on radio.
Radio. All right. Well, I've got a face for radio, they tell me.
Yeah. I got the same kind of face.
We can't tell where our skin starts and our hair ends, huh?
Yeah, amen.
All right. I'll see you, Lou. Have a good weekend.
You too. Right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, folks, and we're giving away gift cards. It's that simple. Just give me a call, 422-7336. If you want a couple of them, just give me a call. Pick them up at Weller's Tuesday through Saturday. People say, why in the world do you get these gift cards and give them away? To get you to stop in my store and say hi to my guys. Caller, are you there? Good morning.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. You?
Good. And are you calling for going to the movies or ice cream?
Ice cream.
And what is your name?
Larry.
Are you spelling that Larrie?
No, with a Y at the end.
Okay, no problem. And are you watching on TV, watching on radio? How are you hearing or seeing the show?
TV Delmarva.
TV Delmarva. What do you think of TV Delmarva?
I love it. It's awesome.
It's kind of cool, isn't it?
It's very cool. I love local stuff.
Yep. It's just been fun for me. It's in a building that I have an office in, and just to see Colin and Team TV Delmarva get this thing up and running has been very exciting. So,
it's very cool. Very cool. Come a long way since the cozy TV days.
Yes, I agree. And many new things to come. So just buckle your seatbelt. Larry, you know where Weller's is, right?
Yes, I do.
Well, they'll be there waiting for you. 2 gift cards to Vanderwins, okay?
Thank you so much, Mr. Weller.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, folks, it's that simple. And we have a nice little audience, and I do want to throw it out there that, we are looking for a home for the show, a place to do the show from, so keep that in mind. We're looking for a business to hire us. Caller, are you there?
Yeah.
And who am I talking to?
You're talking to Bryan.
Bryan?
Yep.
How we spelling that?
BRIAN.
That's kind of cool. And Bryan, are you watching on TV, radio?
Radio.
All right. And do you want ice cream or movies?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Have you ever been to Vanderwins?
No, I have not.
Well, you're going to enjoy it. Now, I do need to tell you something so you don't get mad. On the gift card, I had somebody chew me out over this, so I try to say it. It's 1 free single dip, but it'll be a big dip, okay?
All right.
I just don't want you to get there and then call me up and tell me I'm cheesy, okay?
I'll never call you cheesy.
All right. Well, it happened once. I just don't want it to happen twice. I couldn't take it. So, all right. So you got to go to Weller's in Bridgeville to get these gift cards, okay?
All right. I know where you are.
And Tuesday through Saturday, and they'll be waiting for you.
Okay. That'd be great. I appreciate it.
All right. 2 of them. Okay, Bryan? So take care.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. That was Bryan. That's pretty cool. All right. So anyway, if he goes in the military, his name is still the same. Bryan. All right. All right. So anyway, what is going on? Weller's is open. We're looking for a home to do the show from. I got a couple deals cooking, but we're for hire if you want us to entertain you in person on Saturday mornings. All right. Do I have another phone call for real? Caller, are you there?
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
Good. Are you interested in ice cream or movies?
Ice cream.
All right. And what is your name?
Bob W.
Bob W.
Yes.
All right. And are you on the radio or TV or Facebook?
Radio.
And is this your first time listening or calling?
Oh, no. We listen all the time.
All the time. You keep coming back.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We doing a good job for you?
Oh, yes.
All right. And where are you at? What town you in?
Georgetown.
Okay. Are you going to the return day event after the election?
I'm not sure, but we probably will walk down because we're only a couple blocks from there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, all right. Well, then I'm going to let you go, and the gift cards will be waiting for you, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, we are giving away ice cream today. There's no question about it. Just about out of time. I do want to remind you that Weller's Utility Trailers is open. I'll take that. This will have to be the last call. All right, caller, are you there? Hello?
Can you hear me? Hey, Jim, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Are you stepping on the wire?
Yes, I'm stepping on the wire.
Okay, who am I talking to?
Millennials wouldn't understand that. That's funny. This is Annie. How are you this morning?
Good. Say the name again.
Annie, like little orphan.
Annie.
You got it.
The sun will come out tomorrow?
It will.
Okay.
It will.
And are you watching on TV, radio, or what?
I'm listening to you on the radio this morning, and I'll tell you, not that I don't like Vanderwins, because I love it, but I'm going to grab some of those Clayton Theater tickets if you still have them.
I do. And have you ever been to the Clayton?
Mm-hmm, yeah, many times.
All right, you're going to love it. Well, you've already been, so you already know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
I didn't mention in their advertisement, but they have very clean restrooms also. So,
well, thank you for mentioning.
I didn't want to miss anything. All right, so they have a neat movie playing, but I forgot the name of it. But it is a first-run movie right now. So, but anyway, check them out, and I'll set 2 gift cards aside at Weller's, okay?
Thanks, Jim. See you soon.
See you, Annie. Bye-bye. Bye. All right. Well, I think I'm about done with phone calls for today. So I'm going to say thanks a lot to everybody that made the show happen. It's Emery West's birthday. Anybody that knows Emery, I know that he likes food. So he would probably not mind gift cards to food, or you can just bake him a pie and drop it off at his house. What else have I got? Next week, Oh my gosh. Next week, we got a lot of guests going to be on next week. Soon, I'm going to have less guests and we can talk and goof off more. I can't take that call. I'm sorry, caller. So thank you, everybody, for watching and listening. Dan Gaffney is next. So stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. Here we go. Bye. All right, everybody. I don't know if I'm still live on TV or not, but I think I am. So if you're watching on TV Delmarva, I want to say thanks a lot. It is Delmarva's newest upcoming happening TV station. There's so much happening I can't even tell you, but I see Colin steady getting things and hooking things up and many, many things going on. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching them. And I forgot how long you said. 20 more minutes?